guess you don't have anything to say today.
Hello YouTube, G-Man here again. Thought I'd give you a little look at some of my catapults I've been making lately. Been a bit obsessed with it lately, so been making a few. I like making things. So anyway, first of all, I think that was one of the first ones I made. Actually, no. That was the first one I made. It was a aluminium core, a Phoenix core it was, which I got online. Thought I'd have a go. I mean, look at the finish, it's terrible. I haven't sanded it properly or anything. But I got the core from offline. I put some leather, black leather spacers. You see the spacers there? Black leather spacers on it, and then scaled it with oak from a piece of oak solid wood flooring from B&Q. Thought I'd give it a go. It's not the best. It's a through the frame shooter, and I am rubbish at shooting through the frame. Absolutely rotten. Keep hitting my hand, keep hitting the catapult. But you know, first attempt, I was really pleased with that. Really happy. So that was my first. Then I got a bit of multiplex and decided to try to design my own. That's what I came up with. It's okay. I mean, it's not very good, but it shoots nice. There's nothing wrong with it. But I wasn't very happy with the design of that one. Then got hold of another core and some Kirinite. Bought some Kirinite and really went to town on it. It's a 6mm aluminium core. I scaled it again with black leather spacers and then 1.5mm aluminium, and then Kirinite. Had to learn how to use the Kirinite. Never worked in it before, never used it before, but that was what I came up with a matching lanyard bead, which I was quite chuffed about. Yeah, I haven't actually banded it up because it took me that long to make it. I feel like I'm scared to band it up, which is bloody stupid. I will one day. There's a little mark there I've got to get rid of on there. But yeah, nice. And then I did a Ranger core again. 6mm aluminium, more Kirinite, different kind this time, and tried a palm swell for the first time. That came out nice, came out really well. It was a bit of a pain because this Kirinite was thicker than this, so I had to taper it down, but yeah, I like these two, really nice. Again, I haven't banded it up. One day I will, but at the moment it's just too precious to me. So I'm a bit of a wimp. So one day. Then I got hold of some HPL, I think it's called. It's like a paper-based epoxy laminate from a friend. This was for... it's what they use on like children's playgrounds. If you get a panel, a weatherproof panel, that's what it's made of. This is how I got it. A big sheet of this. It had been used as like a fence for a chicken run or something, covered in dirt and paint. But really tough stuff. Really good. Hard as. It's a bugger to work. It knackers your blades. It's just really difficult to work. It's just so tough, but really nice when you do use it. So there's that one. Then I got some HDPE chopping board, black, 20mm thick, and designed this. It's my own design, don't know what it's called, haven't given it a name, but it's a really nice shooter. Put your finger through the pinky hole there, grips it into the hand, squeeze it. Really good shooter. The band snapped on it because I shot it so much, but I will be banding it up again. I made this with universal forks, so it's an over the top or down through the forks, over the top or through the forks. So yeah, that's a design of mine. I will be making some more of those out of this, obviously, as you can see. Got it marked out already. Sort of. I've made it a bit wider at the tip because I've decided, after shooting a simple shot torque, that I like 30mm tips, 30mm wide at the tip, 40mm gap, 100mm overall. It just seems to suit me, and I'm making all my catapults now, for me anyway, with those measurements. This is what I made earlier in the week out of multiplex, just trying it out. This shoots really nice. Bit of a slimline frame, put it in your pocket, hide it if you're poaching or walking around with it. But yeah, that shoots really well. Then I decided get some of this HPL and use it as a core. So I made a posh version. This is high pressure laminate core, 1.5mm aluminium spacers, and 1mm thick G10. I made my own mosaic pin for it. Tried to keep this one as simple as I could, nice looking, simple clean lines. I finished this one this morning, sanded it down, polished it up. Yeah, I'm really happy with that, really happy. Now this should shoot exactly the same as this because it's the same design and it has the same fork tips. So there you go. Then got the multiplex out again this afternoon and made this a bit more of a ergonomic version of that and that. Bit of a target shooter, poacher, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, this is a really nice shooter. I've been practicing with it for the last 20 minutes or so, and really I'm really happy with it. Made it from multiplex, sanded it down, stained it, polyurethane varnished it. I think this is going to be one that I take out a lot actually. This is a pinky finger shooter. Put your pinky through. It's got a lovely palm swell, fits the web of your hand perfectly. Pinch it like that. Fits really nice in the hand, feels really nice. You squeeze the pinky, it takes all the pressure off your fingers and your wrist. Really good. Of course, this is ergonomic. I've made it the same either side, so you can shoot it if you're a right-handed shooter or a left-handed shooter exactly the same. Fits exactly the same. So I think I'll be knocking a few of these out, refining it a bit, making a few for sale maybe. We'll see. But yeah, that's a really good shooter. Really good. Yeah, this is my messy workshop. Oh, there's another one. This is a Milbro core. that I got hold of. Needs a bit more polishing, but I've been shooting this myself. I didn't really line up these spacers equally, so but I tried to do a curved brass spacer, which is, I found out, is more difficult than I thought. But this is black kieranite. This is a fake bone. That is carbon fibre hollow pins, which is actually offcuts from my arrows, which you'll probably see up there if this camera's in the right position. As I do a lot of archery, you see. Well, I used to do a lot of archery till I started shooting these, and they bloody catapults took over. Yeah, they had a little Milbro. Really nice. I'd never shot one before. Well, I did when I was a kid. I had the one with a little thumb print in it. Surprisingly nice to shoot. But because it's a narrow fork, you have to get used to it and adjust up and down. Your anchor point. The idea with these is I could pick this up and go shooting. Then I could pick this up and go shooting, and then I could pick this up and go shooting, and they're going to be exactly the same because the fork widths are exactly the same. And I've made them 30mm wide so that I can put 30 to 20mm tapered bands on, which is, to me, is a really good hunting power. Shoot 10mm balls, 12mm balls, 10mm lead balls. No, they really pack a punch. Good hunting ammo, that is. 10mm, really heavy. Anyway, enough of me waffling on and showing you all this crap that I've made. Oh, that was a prototype one. I didn't finish, I didn't like it. Tube shooter, don't know what's wrong with it. Doesn't feel right in the hand. There's a little practice piece I made. Wasn't quite sure about it. If I spray it grey, then I'll know that it's not a real shooter, you know, it's just a practice piece. What's that? Nope, pattern for that. Oh, nope, it's the wider version, wider tip, which I'm going to make soon. Have a go with those again, if I'm right. Yay! 30mm, 40mm gap, 100mm overall width. And then I'll be able to shoot this when it's made. That, or that, and it should be near enough the same. So anyway, stop waffling, go and do some shooting, let people have a look. I'll see you in a minute. Here's a look at my catch box. It used to be an archery target. There's still an archery boss at the bottom, but at the moment I'm into shooting catties. So here's my catch box. Bit of old clothes, a few targets to shoot at, and if it works right, a ball goes in. Hey, jackpot! You get the nice ting sound. Anyway, let's set this up, go up the garden, have a few shots. Right, we're going to shoot this thing, pinky hole shooter, like these 10mm balls. We'll have a go. Listen for the ting. find a beer can. So let's hook this on the beer can hooker on it. See if we can make a mess of that. Last word. Well, there you go. These are, they call them Asda bands. It's your Fit for Life bands. These are the blue, the strongest one. Really good. Easily good enough for hunting. As you can see, you wouldn't want to get hit in the head with that, but there you go. That's my pinky hole shooter and a few others. Pinky shooter. Yeah.